Hello everybody, this is yo boy Joseph, with Monkastery Studios, and today we are asking the question, will 2019 be a good year for Christian video games?
But not in that voice. That's creepy. So anyway guys, last year I made my first video along this line called Will 2018 be a good year for Christian video games? And basically, just about my only prediction was that 2018 was going to be better than 2017. And it was, but I didn't really make a lot of predictions other than that. So anyway, let's do like a quick recap of 2018 before we talk about will 2019 be a good year for Christian video games. So dudes on YouTube, in 2018, we saw a iffy number of Christian games released. It was a pretty bad year overall, but we did see a few games get released. We had Bible Word Puzzle, Bible Word Cross, Phrase It Up, different games like that. Now, there was also this company called Christian Games Online that released a whole handful of games. I don't even think I can remember them all. Shadow of Death, Defenders of Faith 2, Baby Plane, the Bible Collector. Basically, these all had a pretty low production quality. They're barely even mini games. I don't really classify them as an actual video game, honestly. Those aren't really the video games that I would count for 2018. One of the video games that has the most value and work put into it is probably a game made by a guy named Steve Wilson with RPG Maker called Alpha Omega, the Christian RPG. Now, we did also get one other game that actually made it to the PS4 called The Path of Modus, which is a really weird game. This goblin leaves this town, goes into the forest to build bridges, but he keeps getting attacked by all these creatures that physically attack him by shooting words at him. Violence! Ow! No! That hurts! Please stop! Pain! No! Please! So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about 2019. So for the list of games that I feel like are going to be released in 2019, I basically pick games that more or less have an obvious Christian message. Now, it's a very touchy topic defining what actually makes a Christian video game. Just because a Christian makes a game does not make it a Christian video game. It can be a video game about eating donuts. It doesn't matter who makes it. That doesn't make it a Christian game unless you put actual content that reflects the ideologies of that religion or have content from that religion. So let's go ahead and talk about what we have coming out in 2019. So basically, we have a game called Messenger supposed to come out this year, which is basically about futuristic America where the government has overstepped its power, and this robot called the Messenger is going through different parts of the country, rallying people to unite them in a cause, kind of, I guess, to get the government back in its proper position. So it's a top-down adventure where basically your job is to follow this robot and protect it from being destroyed. It looks pretty fair. I'm actually looking forward to this. The graphics look pretty good, mediocre, definitely better than a lot of other Christian games. I don't think this is going to be the best game of the year, but I am actually expecting some pretty good content to come out of this game. Last of the Disciples, this was actually initially announced to come out in 2018, but the release date got pushed to December 31st of 2019 in like 11 months. I'm not really sure what this is gonna be about. Looks like it's probably going to be a fighting game. It looks like it's going to be pretty well produced. Not much information on the storyline. It's just also a futuristic America where these Christians are in conflict with a one world government, something along that line. Now, another game we have announced is Apocalyptic Wastelands. Not really any information out on this game. There is like some footage of the scenery and stuff. This one actually looks very well made. I think it's very interesting. The people who are making this game is actually the company that made the very first recorded Christian video game, Bible Bites, that's what they're called. So I'm pretty interested to see how this turns out. It looks pretty well made. The graphics look really good. I'm just not sure what to expect. I'm not honestly expecting a lot, but I could be pleasantly surprised. Now, one game that does look actually very stunning is called Sansão. I believe it's Portuguese, and it's supposed to stand for Samson. So this is a game that is actually being developed by, I believe, Portuguese people about Samson. So it'd be interesting getting a movie about Samson last year and a video game about Samson this year. It looks pretty interesting. The graphics look absolutely amazing. Like literally, this looks light years away from other games. If it's as good as it looks right now, this could end up being the Christian game of the year. So I'm not sure what to expect. It's announced for 2019, but you know how games can be with getting pushed back. Now, of course, we're probably going to get a handful of mobile games released, but we need more PS4 games. Yeah, I'm just sitting here on my PS4. I probably should go and turn it off now. It's the hardest part of every day is turning the PS4 off. guys, look, as long as EA and Bethesda are not making any Christian video games, which they're not going to, we'll be alright. Oh yes, here we go. EA and Bethesda, why have you failed us? In a nutshell, guys, I think 2019 is overall going to be a pretty hard year for Christian video games. I'm sadly not expecting a lot of releases, especially not big releases. I mean, all we need is one big major release this year to beat last year, because we didn't really have any big budget for Christian games released last year. There wasn't a lot of high quality content put out, and that was kind of sad, because a lot of Christian game developers are going through the struggle of having to make games on the side because they don't have enough money. We need to give them all of our money so that they can make more games. It's just a big struggle, guys, you know? We basically just need that one Christian game developer to just blow up, go viral. We need that one person who has a great knowledge of what works in video games. If he could just figure out what works and get that one game that will break through, that will lead to an overall breakthrough in Christian video games. As people learn from this guy, I think it will start a tidal wave if we can just get that one person. So let's keep praying for that one person inside of Christian video games. So anyway, guys,
it is yo boy Joseph wrapping up this video.
No more of that anonymous voice coming out of me. No. So anyway, guys, stay tuned to the channel. Check out the channel for a video. Will 2019 be a good year for Christian movies and for Christian music? And with that, I'm not going to keep blabbing to you, because why would I do that? So I'm just going to stare awkwardly and, yeah, use my foot to turn off the camera.